Hey everyone, this is Amy, and this is the Lotus. So, this is the intro to this channel, and just to give you a little backstory on why we chose the Lotus. So, Buddhists believe that because the lotus flower grows from the murky, muddy part of a pond and becomes this big, beautiful, blooming flower, that um, it's a wonderful way to symbolize life in many aspects. So, even though we find ourselves in these hard, dark situations, that we can still come out positive and beautiful. Um, so that's why I chose the title Lotus. Um, that being said, the purpose of this channel is to hopefully bring some sort of comfort, if only just to let people know that they're not alone. People that are dealing with CPS and DHS situations from across the board, be it drugs, DV, neglect, medical neglect, if anybody's got disabled kids, or differently abled, so we like to say. Um, my son actually came up with that phrase. Uh, so let me just start by saying, no matter what your situation is right now that you're going through, whatever the reason is that your kids were taken, because I would assume by now, the reason you're in some of the classes you're in and the reason you're seeing this video is because your kids have been taken. Um, Regardless of that reason, there is still hope. Don't give up. That's the last thing you want to do, and I doubt any of you will, but I know there will come a lot of times where, you feel like there isn't any hope, and maybe your kids are better off without you, but that's just simply not true. um Everybody makes mistakes, um even the best of us, and while granted DHS doesn't always make the best choices, um and there absolutely needs to be something said for work there, but you know every day we grow and we learn, and sometimes we don't make the best choices either, and when that happens, you know we have to take responsibility for that, yes, but at the same time we have to be allowed to, and I feel like just to be able to do that, you have to be in a positive place. You can't be stuck in this negative realm, or you're never going to get anywhere. When I was going through, my situation with my kids being in foster care, I was lucky enough to have a family placement, but even still, it's still not easy being without your children. And it, I felt like nothing was ever, gonna be okay again. And I saw my kids, they weren't particularly happy, but they were healthy and they were thriving. And at one point I found myself feeling like, well, maybe I'm not the best thing for them. And my situation was drugs and DV and medical neglect, and I had a mental health component, and there was a lot of different factors in my case that, you know, I feel like I gotta throw in there, some of which was, you know, not entirely true, and some of it was embellished quite a bit. But some of it was absolutely true, you know, and I take full responsibility for that. But, you know, regardless of the reason my family found itself in this situation, you know, I found myself feeling so dark, you know, and the more I felt pushed on and the more I felt pushed down, you know, and stepped on, essentially, I don't know, just the more I wanted to fight back, you know, and my daughter, she just, every time I'd see her at visitation, you know, how much longer, Mom? When can I come home? And that it in itself, you know, made me fight harder. And it reminded me, you know what? You know, they may be thriving, but they need their mom. You know, they need their dad. And whether him and I stay together or not, you know, they need their parents. And that, I feel like that goes for everyone. You know, no matter what your situation is, your kids need you. And that requires a positive component. You know, you've got to hang in there and keep fighting back no matter what. No matter what life throws at you, no matter what anyone or anything throws at you, you've just got to remember that they're a part of you. You know, it's like me and my daughter say, giving up is not an option. It doesn't exist. um, it's just not. It's not in the cards. You know. So that's the basis of this whole channel. That's the purpose. We'll touch on things here and there, more in depth on different, you know, categories, different aspects, different situations within the DHS, CPS, you know, whole shebang. um, and thanks for listening. Stay positive, guys. Be a Lotus. Bye.